Hello again. Welcome to our study. Explain this, please. Just the term simply, bed. What does that mean? Well, Deuteronomy 3 and 11 is where we'll start. We have only one reference to a bedstead in Scripture. That's associated with the giant King Og in Deuteronomy 3 and verse 11. It was evidently something very unusual in those days. So the bed we read of in the Bible usually was in two forms. One is what we would term a divan, used in most cities and in the interior of a house. It would almost never be seen on a housetop where the people would sleep much of the year. The divan is a long, narrow mattress, usually stuffed with straw. In a poor home, merely the sacking is seen. People better off would have the sacking covered with a bright material or a homemade rug. In the daytime, these mattresses are used as a lounge, usually on the floor around the side of the room. At night, it would be rested on the floor, and the living room generally is a sleeping room also. In Psalms 149 and verse 5 sounds strange to the Western ear. The saints sing aloud upon their beds. It simply means that they were reclined on the divan or thin mattresses or rugs during the hours of rest in the hot part of the day, even as they do today. When Esther received Haman at the feast, we find that in the book of Esther, chapter 7, verse 8, it was not really a bed that he fell upon, but the seat, the divan or rug, which was used for a seat for reclining during a day and was used for a bed at night. The bedchamber, like the one in Joash was hid, 2 Kings 11, was a sort of cupboard place and usually an arched top in which all the thin mattresses or rugs were piled up. The arrangement is very common even in the East now. The ordinary bed used by most of the Orientals, the Bedouins, and the poorer class of the city in every house, on the roof, or in the court is what we would call a mat. It is usually made from dwarf palm or a tent cloth of grain bags or camel bags. This unquestionably the bed of the New Testament. Take up your bed and walk. This is something even a child could easily do. When we look at just how difficult it was for them to survive daily life and some of the things they had to do to make themselves comfortable. And here we gripe sometimes about the mattress that we have being, I don't know, a couple of years old. We need a brand new one, need to do this, need to do that. Sometimes we need to look at the past. And what you see here is just no more than about 75 or so years ago. What they dealt with then and what we deal with now, sometimes two different things. And there are those who have it a whole lot worse than a mat to lay on. Some have absolutely nothing to lay on. Well, I hope that helps. Be blessed, be safe. We'll see you on the next one.